Hi friends, this is Tracy, and here I am again with Mermaid Empath. Today I am a butterfly. Ooh, my wings are a little crooked, but I'm in the energy of transformation, and that's why I'm dressed like a butterfly today, because I want to talk to you about transformation. Um, a lot of us right now are going through major transformations in our lives, and I know how difficult these transformations can be. Sometimes transforming is painful, sometimes it's emotionally difficult, sometimes it's um, hard transitions that we have to go through. But the best thing about transformations is that when you come out on the other side of the transformation, all the changes are so worth it. So hang in there, okay, everyone? I'm going to do a reading today for those under the sign of Cancer. And being that I'm a divine feminine, divine twin flame, I'm going to be doing readings for the twin flames who are under the sign of Cancer. We're going to talk about first the energy of the divine feminines and find out where is the divine feminine under the sign of Cancer right now in her headspace and heart space. And then we're going to explore the divine masculines under the sign of Cancer and their headspace and heart space. So, spirits, angels, I ask that you help me to discern today the message for the divine feminines under the sign of Cancer. The sign of Cancer today, divine feminines. What is their current energies and what is the most important message for them to receive? For starters, we have the Moon, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, and what this is telling me is that in the recent past, there has been some secrets, some things that were unknown, some unsure energies, maybe some energies of deception, and this confusion has caused a lot of conflict and a lot of jealousy, and that soon there will be some fast-moving, swift communication that will help bring some clarity to that situation. In the next row of cards, we have the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant upside down, and the Sun. What this is telling me is that these divine feminines have perhaps felt as though here with their the King of Pentacles, this energy is that they've been dealing with someone who perhaps was very materialistic, maybe focused only on work or on finances, and that energy had brought them to a state of, here with the Hierophant in reverse, where perhaps there was a breach of contract, or they felt that maybe things had come to an end. This maybe has even caused a divorce. And this Sun in reverse is telling me that there was also an energy of someone who they felt was their one and only, their ultimate person, maybe someone who they thought very highly of and they thought was their sunshine, is now in reverse, and they're thinking maybe they were wrong about that person, and that person is not the divine masculine or the person that they thought that they were. Perhaps they were dealing with a karmic situation and they had to get out of a marriage because they were experiencing a false twin who was more focused on the material world and not the person perhaps that they thought that they were. And they're taking this big leap of faith with the Fool in order to make things right and come to a fair situation for themselves. So these divine feminines are also seeing the Emperor in reverse, and perhaps they're saying that they're going to take a leap of faith in order to get justice for themselves, because the person that they felt was their divine masculine, their Emperor, is not maybe fulfilling his role or stepping up, let's say. So the next row that I'm going to pull is going to show future energies. Okay. These future energies are the King of Cups, which is the King of Cups is someone who has a lot of love but is not very expressive and kind of holds their heart tightly guarded, and that they want to come out of that energy of tightly guarding their heart to put an end this Seven of Wands energy, which is competition. They want to put an end to the competition or the feeling of having to compete, because this has not brought them the complete satisfaction and fulfillment that they were hoping for. So let's see what the romance angels have to say about this for the sign of Cancer. Romance angels, I asked for some guidance today for these divine feminines under the sign of Cancer, and give us a few cards to help us guide them in their divine soul path and in their twin flame journey. Thank you, Spirit. Too many. Okay. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Perhaps these divine feminines under the sign of Cancer are going through some financial problems, or perhaps their divine counterpart had gone through some financial problems, and that this has caused some conflict or caused a block in the relationship. And this card is telling me that right now maybe it's best that these divine feminines detach their energy from the union and from the relationship, and maybe just focus on their own financial abundance, and maybe that will help to balance out the energies. Honeymoon, enjoying the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, this card right now is giving me an energy of the Six of Swords, which is the moving on card, and this is telling me that, perhaps if things are not quite coming into union and you're not getting the satisfaction that you are asking for, that you need to maybe practice some self-love and get away, maybe spend times with those that you care about, and enjoy like a little maybe holiday getaway or some blissful time with friends, celebrate a little bit, and that this would maybe bring your energy back into that state of receiving love, and so that maybe you can come into union with your divine masculines. And I'm seeing that a separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon, and unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay. Things could be a little difficult right now for the divine feminines under the sign of Cancer, because what I'm seeing here in this card is that they could be spending some time alone, some time in separation away from their divine counterpart because of feelings of unrequited love. Perhaps they're sensing that there's not enough chemistry or attraction in the relationship to keep things going, and therefore they need to pull back and spend some time maybe themselves in meditation or just in self-love, so that they can open up the energies for union to come into play. Now I'm going to ask some guidance from the fairies and see what they have to say to our sweet divine feminines under the sign of Cancer. Oh, we have a card that has flipped upside down. No, it hasn't, but we did have some that have jumped out. Too many. Let me take another. Spirit guides and angels ask now for energy for the divine feminines under the sign of Cancer. And what is the guidance that is most important for them to hear today? What are they experiencing right now? Help us give some advice. Okay, a couple of cards have jumped. Inner child, raising your standards and inner power. So perhaps in this time of separation for you divine feminines under the sign of Cancer, it would be good for you to work on healing your own inner child, maybe going through some of your inner child issues and focusing on healing the inner child within yourself, and maybe opening up some communication and speaking from your soul about what wounds are keeping you held back. And raising your standards is talking about setting boundaries and sticking to those boundaries, knowing your own personal worth and not settling for anything less than what you truly desire. And inner power, which is telling me to be your own star, take back your inner power, find your strength, focus on you right now. And when you do these things, healing your inner child, setting your boundaries, raising your standards, and reclaiming your own personal power, this is going to bring you into that energy of alignment that you seek. And once this has occurred, then your divine counterpart will come forward. So, thank you so much, divine feminines under the sign of Cancer. And I'm going to start now with the divine masculines under the sign of Cancer and try to tap into their energies and find out where is their headspace and heart space. So thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, angels, for the reading today and for the guidance. Help me to know exactly what the message is that I'm supposed to relay to those who are under the sign of Cancer, who are divine masculines experiencing the twin flame journey. I thank you so much, Spirit. What is going on with the divine masculines under the sign of Cancer? All right, and their first three cards, we're seeing the Two of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Tower. Okay, let me first explain to you what these cards mean. This Two of Cups in reverse is telling me that there was a union or a relationship that was right, that was in balance, that was good, and that has kind of gone south and turned upside down. And perhaps that has happened to these divine masculines because their divine counterpart had taken on the Queen of Swords energy in reverse, which is somebody who is kind of harsh and is cutting with their words and is removing people from their lives who they feel are toxic or perhaps they are not aligned with. And perhaps this person is being non-compassionate right now, and they're just not listening or wanting to communicate or wanting to have anything to do with this divine masculine. And this is causing a tower moment for the divine masculines under the sign of Cancer. And this tower moment is talking about major upheaval and changes and just shocking feelings of destruction, and that things that were perhaps not stable or on a strong foundation came to a crashing halt for them, and that energy was very difficult. Now I'm pulling for them the Page of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, and what this energy here is telling me is that these divine masculines are ready to come forth with an offer. They're ready to express their love. They're ready to tell their divine counterpart exactly how they feel. They want to move on to calmer waters. They want to move forward in this connection. They are trying to move away from the negative energy of the past. Perhaps they're trying to close out anything that was karmic and move forward in peaceful, loving ways. They are tired of this energy of being awake at night and praying and feeling as though they're not getting what they're asking for, and that they're in a bad situation because they're of their consequences of their karma. And so that's why they're wanting now to come forth and make a offer and move forward into some positive energy. And then the next three cards we have here is, excuse me, I have a call coming in.